Come dance with me, boy.
Oh, greetings.
Dance with me, dance
In the desert tonight. Dance in the desert tonight.
bones dance. Come sing with me, bones. Come sing with me, bones. Come sing with me, sing
In the desert tonight. Sing in the desert tonight.
bones dance. Know the shaman step. Bones dance. Hear the raven.
Greetings. Greetings.
See the answer.
I'll try to ride the wave.
Bones,
I love you.
come fly with me, bones.
You okay?
Come fly with me,
Alright, I'll get the fuck out of here.
come fly with me, fly. Fly.
Zion,
Bones,
I'm getting Zion together now, and I'm already live, and Dory's still with
come
Grand
fly
T.
with me, bones.
Yeah, I'm just on YouTube. I'll call you back. Just answer, damn it. I miss you. Alright.
Bones dance.
Okay.
Know the shaman.
Alright. Great rising. Great rising. Real love is not hearing from your nigga in 4 days, and when you do talk to nigga, be like, I love you. Are you okay? Show me the baby. The old me would have been like, hold on. I'm cool. Listen. Ha! Hey, tell the truth and shame the devil. You listen, I ain't making this shit up. Tell me if I'm lying. Like what my grandma say, if you see when you see a lie, cut it out. Oh, grandma out here raising us to cut folk. If you see a lie, cut it out. Nah, grandma. That's it right there. Say, that's how you supposed to respond. Listen, I don't know who trained us that you just supposed to whoop a nigga ass in his sleep. Oh, shamana, baby. Great rising, though. Great rising. I'll be like, damn, Ife be too early to be on the bullshit. I tried to have my hair wrapped for y'all. It ain't working. Hold on. It ain't working. Sister Mary Clarence, if we gonna do it, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna go out there comfortable. Great rising. Great rising. Peace and power. Gratitude for your love and support. So let's get right on in. Sacred Woman, Queen of Four, copyright 2000, Queen of Four, Helen O. Robinson. All right, let me find out where we left off. How y'all doing and shit? It's Tuesday. It's beautiful out here. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do. You got to get that thing to 1,000 followers so it's easier for me to go live from my mobile phone versus this laptop setup. All right, great. All right, so because we do fuck around with the fuck around, because we do fuck around with the fuck around so much, you're gonna have to give me a second to find out where we left off last. I know we covered shit because we did have homework where we did the shit assignment where you were charged with coming up with different names. Listen, what you say, the cast iron skillet? I told you when I was younger, I got when I was about 5 or 6. You know, I had to be about 5. And I went to a daycare center called KinderCare. And there was a little guy, a little boy, I don't even remember his name, in Miss Lynn's class that would always touch me, would always touch me or hold my hand, you know, something of the sort. And I remember this one time I was in the little fake kitchen. You know, we had the American Girl shit. You remember old ugly ass slave dog Addie. Yeah, they had the little American Girl kitchen, you know, and I was cooking him breakfast and shit. He said we was gonna play house, and I was with the shits. I was cooking him breakfast when he walked up behind me, like I'm 5, yo. And he probably 5 too. But he walked up behind me and started kissing on my neck and shit. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck. Now that I'm a grown up, I know that he witnessed good loving at home, but I wasn't prepared. So yeah, he caught that cast iron skillet. early, and yeah, so it was an issue. They rushed me to the office and shit to be reprimanded or whatever. Called my parents and shit. When I told them that I hit him because he was pushing up on my butt. Then they was like, okay, all right, all is fair in love and war. All right. Okay, where are we at? If you've been here with me, then help me. It feels like we haven't gotten into the gateway still. So I could be wrong, but that's peace also, because one of the requirements of Sacred Woman is that the prerequisite for womb wellness are all of the things at the beginning of the page. Okay, all of the things at the beginning pages. And in order for you to ready and prepare your mind, your body, and your spirit for the journey, for the sacrifices, and for the changes, all of the pages in the beginning of the book, probably half of the book is gateways, and the first half is preparation for it. All right. Let's see where we left off. Sacred words. I am really excited to get into the gateways, mostly because sacred womb work has changed my life. Uh, I just told you, like, it's personal, but I put my business in the street all the time. It's one of the major complications in my relationships and in my sisterhoods. People are always afraid that Ife gonna put their business in the street, and they right to think so. I protect your name, but the situation is gonna free everybody. I'm in no position to keep the freedom from everybody. Um, Yeah, so it's personal for me to tell you, my nigga ain't called home in 4, 5 days. And no kidding. Like, I'm not making this shit up to you. It's not me trying to convince you or trying to convince me that I'm peace. I really am. I wonder all the time how the fuck I got this peace. I really do. Sometimes I don't want it. I remember my very first love, Zion's father. You know, he was coming home late, and the night that I was like, you know what, it's about to be a wrap. He came home probably 4 hours later than when he should have gotten off. I had called the job and they said he wasn't there, but he told me that he was working late. And when he got undressed to get in the bed, like, his boxers was on like inside out and backwards or some shit. I'm like, my nigga, you got dressed in the dark. You didn't leave like that. So, like, I knew that I should be offended. I knew that I should feel violated. I knew that I know I've been lied to. And I didn't know what to do. And so when I was young, what I do? Call my sister. That she ratchet. Who she ratchet? She know. She like, let me take this Wi-Fi off. Yeah, indeed. I decided, though, that was what I decided to throw. I threw my bathroom trash can and shit. It was little Kleenexes everywhere. Yeah. Um, it's cool. I understand now in relationship um, that individually, it takes a long time to find the dynamic for you to operate in as an individual, for you to find your own lane as an individual. I don't think it's fair, especially for those of us who are coming into relationships as adults. Now, you married your childhood love and shit, you got a whole nother shit. But if we had already been operating, functioning, at optimal capacity by ourselves, and that's what made you interested in the union, then once we are in union, I should still allow you the room to operate in the optimal capacity that you are. If I'm insecure about bitches, if I'm insecure about money, if I'm insecure about love, care, availability, or any of these things, then the rightful thing for me to do would be exit. But as it turns out, I'm peace as fuck, and I'm going to use this time. I use time and energy to build. To build. I feel like we're getting far from the book again, um, but that's harnessing energy. Um, so you'll hear people talk about sex magic and all kind of shit, but ultimately, all of these things are harnessing energy. And so that's what I do. Anytime I feel any emotion or a surge of it, then I transform it to one that's productive or conducive. Lately, I've been working out. As often as I feel, and I've said this to Martina before, whenever it stings, just sing. And that's how it started. So if I'm tired, I get up to work out. If I'm upset, I work out. If I'm not clear headed, if wait a minute, what time is it? Because we got to get you out of here, baby girl. Mm-mm. You can tell Noni when you're ready. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah. She gonna take you. Hold on. What you need me to do? How can I help? Okay, well, hurry up because I'm working. And all of this should be done before it's time to walk out of the house. Give it to me. Thank you. I ain't come live to be stringing up vans and shit. Listen. Hey, listen now. I'm a sacred woman, but a motherfucker got a mother too. Shit. All right, hold on. And I'm hot in here. Hold on. If y'all see titty, y'all don't post my titty nowhere now. If y'all see titty, don't post my titty nowhere. You know what? Can you ask her for help? Yeah. You know mind? Yeah. Okay. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm hot. Got hot in this motherfucker. Hold on. He said, if y'all see titty, man, forgive me. Yeah. 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 All right, hold on. This motherfucker up. Something. Good. Hot. Let me see if I can tie this under the breast so I don't have that. I don't have under the boob sweat. Hold on. Hold on. Got to lift and separate them guys. They want to do what they want to do. Just rude. Okay. Make sure the cookies stay in the jar. All right. All right, we cooling. We cooling. All right, we mobbing. We mobbing. All right, I appreciate your patience and shit. Shit, it's hot in the motherfucking minute. Okay, can you get my Amaka from next to the... Oh, you decided not to get help? Go tell her it's time for you to go then and do that in the car and then string that up at the school. It's time for you to go. I love you, baby. Yeah, do that in the car. Here, get your book bag. I love you, mama. If I was you, I would slip on them boots so you can go ahead and get it popping like champagne corks. You know what I'm saying? Shaman the baby. we be mobbing. All right. Okay. Through the gateways. Yeah. It's peace. I think I was telling you about operating your own dynamic and shit and harnessing energy. Harnessing energy. That's peace. Yeah. Practice it. Practice it. We know that energy doesn't die. We know that energy only transforms, but somehow when we don't recognize everything as energy. If we did, then we would always be trying to transform it. Always trying to. We're trying to. We're trying to transform people when we should be trying to mold energy. I tell people all the time. He's like, yeah. I talked to a brother yesterday. He's like, my wife ain't gonna never change. She ain't gonna never change. She ain't never been open to shit I'm talking about. She ain't gonna never be open to shit I'm talking about. I'm like, you've always been the same. You've always been the same. Evolution happens because of environment, not because somebody said, hey, my nigga, it's time for you to evolve. Evolution happens because of environment. Skin complexions change, hair texture changes, the bridges in the nose and the size of the nostril, the size of the lips. All of these things change when our environments change. Understand? And so it's peace to change the environment when you want to change something or someone, but recognize that even the environment is energy. All right. When somebody say, I hate going to my job or I hate going home, and you go home and you just sit in the car and shit, you don't hate the home. You don't have a beef with the building. There's a frequency or an energy within it. And if you learn to transform or harness the energy so that you can use it in the way that you want, it's peace. So it's practice. It just takes practice. Intent is the primary. Intent is going to be your primary tool and resource. I intend not to be sad. Like I intend not to be depressed. I intend not to be broken. Um, and so it's easier. It's much easier. As so a man thinketh, and so he is. I love it when people say that, but I wish they had inserted the middle. As so a man thinketh, and so a man does, and so he is. All right. And so if I'm in a situation that makes me sad or makes me want to grieve, and I sit in the sadness and I sit in the grief, then that's exactly where I'll be. If the mindset is think, do, and be, then I can do something else. All right. Rather than sit and grieve, this time I will honor and celebrate the lessons, the blessings, or the time I did have with a certain individual. All right. And go from there. So yeah, it's peace. Like really and truly, you have to. Grandma told you already and shit. Devil don't just come in. You gotta let him in. So be careful not to let in frequencies. Yeah, frequencies less than peace. All right, transform. Yeah, be the leg bob, be the gate, the opener. All right, be the crossroads. Once something comes through you, it's filtered and it's peace. You know, it's filtered and it's peace. Yeah, Sierra, I love you. I love you. Yeah. I ain't even telling people I had a dream about them and shit. I don't be feeling like everything for me to say. Some of that shit just for spirit want me to know. Spirit will be like, hey, this one sister probably not gonna say this, but this how she feel. Or this one brother not gonna say this, but this is what's going on in their life and shit. You ain't gotta call it and be like, the Lord said. I don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. But I see you and I feel you. All right. And you're worthy. Mm, and that's pretty much once you know you're worthy, like I said, once you think you're worthy and you do worthy shit, then you be worthy. You understand? Remember that do shit. Remember the do. That's part of the process. All right. So if anybody know where the fuck we left off at, yeah, if anybody know where the fuck we left off at, that would be peace. As the women folk, the caretakers of the heart and the healers of humanity, bravely proceed through Jeb's earthly realm to ascend to Newt's heavenly realm. Listen, did you hear that? It said, healers of humanity bravely proceed through Jeb's earthly realm to ascend to Nut's heavenly realm. All right, that's peace. So, Legba, Elegwa, Jesus, and Jeb. Funny how they all seemingly sound or feel the same, right? Elegwa, Legba, Jesus, and Jeb. All openers, family. All openers. All things you go through to get to. That's peace as fuck, spirit. I see you doing your work and shit. Nigga, I didn't know how you was gonna put it together, but I see you putting it together, B. And that's peace. Remember, we talked about the first half of Sacred Woman being the prerequisites, the work to prepare you for the mighty work, the training before the job, you know. Uh, that's peace. The first part of Queen Afua's literature, Sacred Woman, is a gate opener, all right? A gate opener. May the natural world and the hearts of all humankind awaken with respect and honor to the power of the sacred womb. As it was in the beginning, may we collectively come to balance, defend, support, protect, and hold up high the wombs of women folk everywhere. Boldly, we must return to the ways of the ancient African, where civilization was born, where the Garden of Eden originated, where women were held in the highest esteem physically and spiritually, where the Creator was also she. The Sacred Woman Womb Scroll will guide you as you reach for the heights of womb consciousness for the survival and continuation of life and to evoke a peaceful, non-violent world. It's a non-violent world. Let me make sure I'm not missing no comments and shit over here. All right, I am missing comments. I don't know how to read these motherfuckers. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Got it. Got it. All right. Great rising. All right. Great rising. Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see you. Constance, Julie. All right, I see my family and shit. I'm peace. I see my family. I see my family. Okay. All right. The benefits of using the sacred womb scroll. I know. Let's go back to shit and let's go from there. Ooh. Yes. So that's cool. You hopefully you saw the post that I posted on hunger pains. Since we did talk about shitting, I remember that last. The colon and the womb. Creating colon wellness. Remember my position on colonics or fucking colon cleansing. All of that is up to you. I wouldn't do it. I would want to. I've always wanted to. I still want to, but I won't because I know the truth. The truth is, anytime I interject myself in a natural process, I fuck something up. You understand? Mother's design, God's design, spirit, universe, Jara, Allah, Adonai, Al Shaddai, whatever the fuck niggas is calling God nowadays. That God's design, um, yeah, it's without flaw. It's without flaw. Um, so I don't have to make my ass shit. I don't have to make my ass shit. It should shit on its own. Okay. Our jobs, um, our obligations to ourselves are to give ourselves the time and the material our bodies need to heal themselves. All right. So the hunger pain, that's a common thing. A lot of people have experienced what they believe is a hunger pain. And because of our numbers of obesity in America and on the American diet, it's very unlikely that there are more of us probably dying of malnutrition, which I also didn't know was possible until studying more. That you could be overweight and still malnourished. You could die because your body doesn't have the material that it needs to survive. And so seemingly we think this is food. We need food to survive. We need real food. We need food that nourishes the body. All right. The hunger pains, because so many of us are not starving and are so far from that, we have to consider that it's indigestion. All right. Be mindful of that. Again, I say it over and over and over again. If any part of your body started making a whole bunch of sounds and growling and we've all been laying up next to somebody and the motherfucker be like, and be like, is that your stomach or mine? Listen, and how many of us been like, I don't know. That's problematic. That is problematic. It doesn't have to be this way. And usually when things cry out, it's for help. So just watch my 600-pound life. It's hard for me to watch my 600-pound life. It's hard for me to watch that. I've been in friendships with people who needed assistance because of their obesity. They needed assistance to ride around. They needed assistance to walk. They had to pay additional fees for this or have to order clothes online. And yeah, it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. So I was never 600 pounds, but I was 300. And I can tell you that it's taking care of another person. All right. I can't just buy something nice for me to wear. I got to buy something nice for me to wear. Then I got to buy something nice for my breast to wear. Then I got to buy something nice for this roll on my back to wear. Then I got to buy something nice for this other stomach that I have. And my babies call it the bottom stomach. They be like, why do grandma got two stomachs? Shona, baby, don't say that shit in front of my mama. I'm gonna fuck you up. Don't let her hear you say no shit like that. But it is. So I had to treat my fat like a completely different person. I literally carried around the weight, mind, body, and spirit of another motherfucker. It was two of me. There was one of me, dope in the motherfucker, ready and on fleek in my City Trends outfit. And then there was the version of me that was like, maybe we should go to Lane Bryant. You know, Cato's having a sale. Really and truly um, having to get both of me on board. The true me, the warrior me, the light me, the clairvoyant me, the me that can move, the me that can breathe. That's how spirit's supposed to be, free enough to speak and breathe and flow and grow. You know what I mean? Not, no, no, no. Nobody wants a protector or a God that's too sluggish and ruggish and slothish and slagging and can't go nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? And so there was me in there, the warrior, but I was stuck up under her. You know, I was stuck up under her. And I say that I want you to know that a lot of times our wombs feel the same way. I know I'm dope. I know I'm God, but I'm up under her. I'm up under her hurt. I'm up under her trauma. I'm up under her heavy ass fucking colon because the motherfucker eat crazy, you know? Show me, baby. Where do I have some water in here? Okay. Well, we're gonna hold on. We're gonna get some water because we need to make sure that's happening. Hold on. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. All right. Okay, where we at? Okay. Whoop. Whoop. Hold on right quick and shit. Oh goodness. Y'all, if I could just I could just let y'all listen. every day, every day is something. Every day is something. Every day is something. So it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what? I ain't gonna do that. Ife. Actually, I am gonna do that because I don't know what the fuck else to do. You know, all the fuck I'm wired to do is tell you what the fuck comes to my mind because I don't believe that I put the things on the forefront of my mind. And whoever the fuck does it, surely they're not giving them to me just to have them sit there. They must want me to give them away like everything else. So I told you the story of, I ain't gonna do it. We'll tell that story live, okay? We'll tell that story live too. We'll tell that story on Facebook live. I'm pretty sure I told you that story before. But anyway, I met a brother yesterday that reminded me of that story. Yeah. Y'all just be easy out here, man. It's a lot of brothers who ready to be polyamorous and their enlightenment and shit, and they queens is not, they queens don't know. Like, listen, I ain't lying, y'all. The brother told me his wife ain't gonna never approve of nothing. You know, he like me a lot. He want me on the roster, but his wife ain't gonna be with the shit. But his girlfriend, she'll like me. Oh goodness. Let me tell you, and this motherfucker is beautiful too. But I tell him the same thing. Tell him like I tell you all the time, the sisterhood is the most important thing to me. I'm not trying to be shallow, brother. I don't know if you think I'm running the G or I'm just saying shit to sound good, but I really do believe that if all women, all the time and always moved in a way to ultimately protect all women first, always, we would never ever be hurting. He talking about how she always go on the phone and he have to change his code every 2 days. And I'm thinking, brother, do you understand what I'm saying? Your wife has to go through your phone and shit. She feels so inclined to do that because she believes that more women like your girlfriend exist than women like me. And so while I would love to get to know your girlfriend, just because I like growing and shit anyway, like I'll fuck around and no bullshit, brother. I'll fuck with your girl and she ain't gonna fuck with you no more. And that ain't on no whole shit, my nigga. I'm gonna teach her value, my nigga. She gonna understand how God she is there, nigga. You gonna be mad at me, baby. You gonna be mad at me when she start telling you what the fuck she want and what the fuck she knows. When this motherfucker start talking to you about birthrights and privileges and shit, you gonna know what the fuck done hit you, my nigga. So you don't want me to talk to your girlfriend, but you don't have that option anyway. You don't. I've been that woman. You don't have that option. If this is a sister who's willing to love you in spite of your marriage, willing to share herself with you and her home with you in spite of her in your union and shit, then I already know her love is loose and I already know her love is free. I ain't mad at it, my nigga. I was loose boots for a long time too. What I'm saying is, of course, this bitch will like me. She like your ass without reason. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that ain't who I want. You want to impress me, brother? Help me build a relationship with your wife. That's the sister that I want. You understand what I'm saying? I want the sister that don't believe in love, the sister that's jaded, the one that's broke down, that's hurting, the one that believes that all bitches is hoes and they can't be trusted. That is the woman I want, my nigga. Give me her. If you can't give me her, then I don't want shit. Out loosen the boots, baby. You know, somebody rocking, knocking the boots. Hey, and give me some good enough. Hey, oh, oh, oh. Hey now. Hey now. H-Town. Y'all don't want to knock no boots. Y'all don't even want to show me, baby. Y'all don't want to knock no boots. Yeah. And that's peace though. Yes, I'm guessing he probably thought I was full of shit. You know, he probably thought I was full of shit, and I was just saying this like some women be like, "Oh, no, I can't take me." That's not what this was. That is definitely not what this was. Yeah, brother, you're not getting anywhere. You know, it's like, damn, I really wanted to get to know you, and I thought you would. You know what I'm saying? I thought you would. But you got to go through the necessary channels. We're talking about openers and shit. We're talking about crossroads. We're talking about trickery, and we're talking about choices. Bro, if I can't go through the wife to get to the ride, I'm going to be good on that one. All right. And that's peace. Remember, if every woman, every sister moved always and all the time for the betterment of all women and sisters, we would be better off, you know? We would be better off. I would trust then it would be easy for me to know that any woman coming around is about to increase me. Any sister coming around is about to make my life better. When I get a new sister around, I can be excited because I'm about to be enhanced. Like when you get a new baby and shit, you ain't like, oh my God, it's gonna cost all the Similac and the motherfucker, I'm gonna lose sleep. You're like, oh my God, there's life. There's life, there's abundance. It should be the same excitement and anticipation when a new woman comes around. But if there is fear, if there is bitterness, brokenness, jealousy, shame, or fucking skepticism, all of these things are because we've been damaged. We've been damaged by the sweet bitch possession. And that's another one of the reasons that I love Sacred Woman. Okay. Because the Sacred Woman, sweet bitch exorcisms are real. All right. They are real practices. All right. So creating colon wellness. Gonna keep going on. Remember, just in short, Queen of Four tells us also that the men in our beds are similar to the foods on our plates. And you, like, if you got a surf and turf, if that's your number one hit of the surf and turf, say less. You got a surf and turf type nigga then. Okay. Well, listen, I didn't say it. Queen of Fours said it, and in my own life, it proved to be true. And in my life, it proved to be true. Damn. All right. So many thoughts. All right, loosen the boots. It's been a long time. I've come a long way. All right, I've come a long way. All right. This is on the tail end of digestion. All right. Leg raises. These are things that will help you to relieve stress on the colon. All right. So lying flat on your back, so there's no stress on your spine. You can raise your left knee to your chest and raise your leg 7 times. Repeat with your right knee and leg 7 times and do it for 1 or 2 rounds. The breathing rule for all body movements. There are so many yoga positions that I thought I could not get in until I breathe. Right when I'm frustrated, I would have associated it with frustration. Right when I get to a point where I'm like, then it happens for me every time. And I know now that that's because of my breathing. Controlled breathing will help you. All right, it's going to help your colon, your heart, your blood circulation, your sinuses, your headaches, and everything else. Healing breaths. I once heard Bobby Hemmett say some of us go through our whole lives never taking a real breath, never breathing in our own bodies. I didn't know what the fuck he meant, but I learned though. So to take a deep breath today, a deep inhale. All right, a deep inhale and a deep exhale, and practice this periodically. There are so many things that you're not privy to. It breaks my heart to know that there are practices that heal you and make the quality of your life better. There are practices, processes, and procedures that have been in place since as far back as time is documented. And there are things that we are unaware of. You know what I mean? Things that we're unaware of because we've not been taught, because we've not been told, or because we've been taught not to listen to what we taught and told. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That there are movements. There are so many of us that will go and get a medicine for a headache. We'll get medicine for a cramp. We'll get medicine for constipation. Well, there are ways that we can move our bodies and ways that we can breathe in our bodies to heal our bodies. Isn't that crazy? And beautiful at the same time. Yeah. Your stomach muscles have a lot to do with how you shit. Imagine that. Somebody who got good muscle control, somebody who does do sit-ups and push-ups can push the shit out. Imagine that. That your constipation and your being heavy laden with food and all this other shit, and if your body was operating at optimal wellness, these issues wouldn't be there. So strengthen your core. And I'm not about to have you doing sit-ups so much you feel like your ab belongs to someone else. Cause Body by Brazil look chiseled as fuck. I'd be scared as fuck I'd be thinking about what it would be like in the gym with her. I don't want it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Shit have to do like my 6-year-old. Tell motherfucker, we gonna do all that what you said. But first, I gotta doo-doo. Don't come back. Say that shit should take 7 days. Don't come back. Yeah. Strengthen your core. You don't have to do sit-ups until they hurting you, and then you gotta imagine major pain being over you. Like, go 2 more. That's peace if that's the motivation you need. But when I work out, I work until it hurt and then I stop. I do sit-ups until it hurt. Like, and I'll probably push 2 more past the hurt, but then I stop. Not for the day. I stop for a few minutes and then I start again. And then I stop for a few minutes and I stay in position and then I start again. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. And I can't when I grew up, people told me that if you don't push past the burn, then you're not doing anything. You're not even working until it starts to burn. So I actually thought that, because I've been trying to get rid of my arm swing. This is the first time I worked on it with the same consistency for a month. But my chicken wing swing and shit. And I lost all my weight with chicken wing swing. Chicken wing swing. This is actually a 10-piece lemon pepper flat with French fries. Okay. So so I thought, based on what I had been, based on myths or whatever, if I do this over and over and over, if it doesn't hurt, then I'm not doing anything. Not true. You do it over and over and over and over. And when it hurts, stop. And then a few minutes later, do it over and over and over again. And it will help. Say, push 3 past the hurt. Listen, see, she's already on the fuck shit. G is already on the fuck shit. I just told her after the burn, I'll push out 2 of them. And she is like, no, you're going to push out 3 and give 30 more seconds. A 30-second rest. A 30-second rest. What's showing, baby? 30 seconds? It took me that long to know that I was dying. Shit. I ain't lying. Did yoga in the hotel with D. Renee. It took me, talking about a 30-second rest, took me 30 seconds to realize that I had done died. Yeah, I'm really and truly, a lot of us are afraid to work out because of that. And eventually that part comes, Eventually that part comes. But I don't want you to push it. Only reason I don't want you to push it is because you haven't. You've heard that before, that cut it out, push past that hurt, and you haven't. And so I'm trying to meet you where you are. Okay. I'm trying to meet you where you are. If you can't commit to doing shit but 10 push-ups and you have to spread them bitches out today, then do the 10 and spread them out today. And then tomorrow, let's see if we can do 11. All right. All I want you to do ever is be better today than you were yesterday. All right. You ain't got to be me. You ain't got to be Queen of Fool. You ain't got to be the Body by Brazil, baby. Because I'm trying to sign up for that shit. The body, not the work. Let's be clear. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I just want you to push. For those of us that struggle doing, your arms, that's important too. Mostly because you don't want the chicken wing swing. Once you start doing all of this sacred woman's work, the weight will start to fall off. And so many of us then have this insecurity about the flab or the soft skin. So there's a way to resolve that as you go. Okay, there's a way to resolve that as you go. Do push-ups on the wall. Okay, do push-ups on the wall. Start anywhere. And that's mean you just pushing them away from the wall. All right. If the floor is intimidating, planks are intimidating. They got the girl push-ups where you got your knees bent up and shit, and then your knees be hurting. Just start doing anything. What happens is when your body sees you making an effort, it rewards that. The adrenaline, not the adrenaline, the dopamine release in the mind that rewards you for having done this will encourage you. That release is encouraging enough to help you get through another thing. So you got an internal workout, sis. You push us too, because sometimes I'm like, damn, Ife, where can I eat steak again? Shit. I want meatloaf every day. I think about meatloaf every day. I do. And then I think about how it's legal now for fucking, it's legal to sell pink slime as meat. All right. It's always been legal to put chemicals in foods. And as long as it's under a certain percentage, you don't have to communicate that it's there. Okay. So if it ain't nothing but 0.5 0.5% water, then you don't have to tell them. If it's only 0.5% rat poison, then you can leave that out. Oh yeah, the push-ups on the wall are definitely peace. Also, one of my favorite things to do is the the counters in my kitchen. Where there's a corner, um, to put my hands behind myself and lift my legs up. All right. So just lift my legs, suspend myself, and then bring my legs up to me. So that's leg, it's core, it's arm, it's a lot of things. If you got steps in your house, go up and down the motherfuckers. All right. Stay at the bottom and just as fast as you can, you know. But I need you to commit to 30 minutes every day. I need you to commit to 30 minutes. I don't give a fuck if they 30 altogether. You can do 6 minutes today. I mean, just rise and 2 minutes on your lunch break. I just want you to commit to moving. And when I say moving, I mean brisk movement for at least 30 minutes a day. Brisk movement. All right. Brisk movement. But you do have to do something, mind, body, and spirit. And this is so important to me because we the coven, we've agreed to be one body. So now how we move does impact the mass. All right. And when we don't move, we impact the mass. Leave no man behind. Okay. Leave no man behind. We must all be as strong. Okay. We must all be as strong in order for us to be a leaderless movement. We must all be as strong. Okay. So keep pushing and shit. You got to be as strong today, money. You got to do it today. Okay. I don't need you to be cock strong today, but I do need you steadily working on it. So they've got fire morning drinks and baths to clear colon, and this is covered on page 88. And I don't necessarily support the yeah, like I said, anything that will cause you to, anytime you interject in yourself into a natural process, there's a little upheaval. So when you give yourself something that's going to flush you fast, when you aren't designed to flush fast, it's the flush fast is because something is hurting. It's hurting. It's hurting. No, nobody don't do nothing fast. It take fucking a day to digest food. It takes 15 hours for a healthy digestive system to digest a meal. It take 10 months for a mother to grow a woman. And it take 11 years, sometimes less, sometimes more, for a woman's period to come on. These things, the natural order of things, take time to grow a plant, to raise a child. These things take time. And some of us want a shit today. Some of us want the headache gone right now. We want the period to be short today. We want the fat off right now. And it's not how it works. Move, move progressively, every day better and better. All right. Being respectful of time. All right. Being respectful of time. Say, yeah. G say 10 minutes, 3 times, all day, no sleep, by myself. Listen, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, if you have some individual issue, like there are some women who are, so obesity is real. There are some women who are too heavy to stand up for long periods of time. They're unable to stand up for 10 minutes a day, and this is no shit, without damn just the pain and then pushing past the pain. I have learned in my practices with yoga to listen to your body. Listen to your body. You know what I mean? Listen to your body. It's that important. When you're not listening to weakness, but it is important to listen to your body. When it says stop, you stop. Again, so I knew a sister once that was heavy enough that standing on her ankles weren't able to support the weight of her body. All right. Everything in our body is strengthened by use, but because it hurt so bad to stand and her feet would swell up so much, she would spend most time sitting down. She would sit down all day at work, hardly ever peeing on the shift. She would then come home and sit down at home all day, hardly peeing on the home shift. And so when it's time to go grocery shopping or it's time to take a kid to the park, your ankles have not been standing for an hour. They ain't stood for an hour in a month. They've not required to. For some of us, 2 months or 3 months. You ain't stood up no more than what it take you to walk your ass from your house to your car and from your car to your job. And your ankles feel that, especially in obesity. And so if you do have special needs in that there are some things that you're physically unable to do right now without damaging yourself, then yeah, then make sure you reach out, and yeah, make sure you reach out and I'll help you. Say, and a lot of times it is my mind limiting me, but it doesn't stop me as long as it's progressive and every day. So, and this is what I'm saying, G. If I work out for 10 minutes, 3 times a day, starting now, that would be dope and I would see my results. If I start out today doing 6 minutes and then tomorrow doing 10, and then the next day doing 10 in the morning, 6 in the daytime, and then forgetting at night. And then the next day I remember, and then I do 7 minutes in the morning, and I do 3 minutes after afternoon. And all of this is from the nothing that you were doing. All right. All of this is from the nothing that you were doing. For me, it's almost like the beginner, intermediate, and goddamn ready to go. Beginners are often motivated by the demand. And so that's, again, I'm trying to meet you. Now, if you got fire and shit, yeah, fuck that. Most of the people who are already healthy and working out, they ready for that shit. But for people who have never worked out, and who they can't even imagine working out. They don't have 30 minutes in a day to work out. They ain't got time. That's the person I'm trying to fix. That's the person I'm trying to heal. And all I need you to do is find any amount of time today. And then tomorrow, find just a little bit more. All right. Say, yeah, winter does mess up my flow also. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to move, that I want to move to Florida. Because my health is so much better when it's sunny and I can get out in it. I'm more active. I drink more water. I love fruits and shit. And in the wintertime, I'm eating fucking fried mushrooms and bean chilies. But when it's hot, all I ever want is apples, grapes, cherries, oranges, and things like that. So I definitely feel you on that. I have been practicing working out in the house more. That way, if I can get used to that and stop relying on the sun to heal me, then I might be okay in those winter months. But we'll see. We get there. But yeah, just start anywhere. That's what's most important to me. Don't give a fuck how you start. Don't give a fuck where you start. Just Gee, crazy. Just start anywhere and then make sure that your commitment is to go longer every day. When I very first bought P90X, it was years and years ago. Years ago. And I was like, so P90X says in 90 days you can transform your body or you can get your money back. 90 days, but they want you to do everything that the thing said. I put that motherfucking workout tape in that motherfucker. I promise you, I watched that bitch for about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes. So I was like, well, let me go get a bowl of cereal and see what the fuck these niggas talking about. Yeah. And then I had a guy come around who was a personal trainer, a friend of mine. And he said, yeah, crazy. I had just started P90X. About 3 days later, I met a guy who I hadn't seen in probably 10 years, except when I knew him last, he was 400 pounds and we worked at a job together. When I saw him this time, he was probably 240 pounds. And this man is 6'5". So 6'5", 400 and 6'5", 250 is much different. I mean, when I saw him now, his skin wasn't all bumpy like it used to be, and his hair wasn't all breaking. He had locks when I first met him, but they were short and at the ugly stage, as we call them. And this time, his locks were long and they looked like they was shining and shit, and his skin was all. I'm like, nigga, did you get your teeth done? He's like, nah, I started working out. I started working out at this gym, and then people started seeing me change, and so they asked me if I would work at the gym. They posted all my pictures up and shit. They started posting pictures of me, like, for everybody to see. And so people would come in the gym, they would see the pictures, and then they would see me and be like, oh shit, that's you. And it's like, anytime people would do that, then I would be motivated. And he's like, shit, eventually they said they were looking for somebody to be a physical trainer through their gym. And they asked me if I would do it. And I'm like, they're like, yeah, they want me to do it because people have already seen my journey and shit. They'll train me on how to train them and shit. And I'm like, what? Listen, what? Real shit though. And so when I was with him, yeah, he said, don't get the cereal. Just go as long as you can go. And when you can't go no more, we'll turn it off. And I said, okay. He didn't say, you're going to push. He's like, do it till you can't no more. And then we're going to turn it off. And I was like, okay. And I wasn't afraid. And I went in and I worked hard. Him saying, just as long as you can, not go, go. He's like, just as long as you can do it. I'm here with you. I'm going to ride the wave with you. If you could do it, I'm riding. And I did it. And I pushed through and I did probably, it was an hour workout and I did 8 minutes. And seeing as the day before at minute 4, I knew that I should just be having cereal. It was peace because I made it 8 minutes. And I stopped counting because he would only see me once a week. But when he saw me again, I was doing it for 12 or 13 minutes. I was able to watch the tape and move with the tape for 13 minutes before I got too tired. And it had come to a point where I would be able to work until I got to 26 minutes without getting tired. But every single day, it was slowly progressed. The only thing is I have to be moving in that direction. It's important to be moving in that direction. But a lot of us are trying to figure out how to regulate ourselves. We want to drink apple cider vinegar. We like turmeric and shit. And we want to have lemon water and shit so we can shit. And all of that's beautiful. But you could work out. You could move. And that'll help you, and that'll help you. um, and that'll help you. All right, so Queen of Fool also lists here a ginger bath. She says, adding ginger to your bath, ginger root, maybe the size of your hand, and run it through your juicer or grate it. If you juice it and add the juice to your bath, and you want to run a little water through your juicer to get all the ginger out, and then put the juice in your bath. Or if you're using grated ginger, put in a whole washcloth, fasten the washcloth with a rubber band, and drop it into the bath. It makes a good scrub for your skin, as well as it helps remove toxins. While you're soaking in the bath water with a pound of dead sea salt, you can also add a few drops of your favorite essential oils. All right. And so that's a lot. For me, like I told you, I would rather you, yeah, I've seen this happen a lot of times on the Sacred Woman journey. We get so caught up in the ritual of it that we don't do what's to do. Okay. That we don't do what's to do. If I have sold you on an idea that there's an herb you can have that will undo all the damage you've done. If I sold you on an idea that there's a bath you can take or an oil you can rub on that will make your trauma disappear, then you've been misled. All right. And that's the only reason why I don't like to heavily promote these things, because some women will receive that as the fix. Correct. You correct. The Suge Avery bath water. Girl, I drink your bath water. No, actually, bitch, I'll drink that. What's that? Hibiscus and honey? You know what I'm saying? I do love it. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel sacred. It makes me feel holy. It makes me feel spiritual and shit. But when I get up out of that tub, I still got shit to do. My niggas still ain't called home in 4 days, and my daughter still don't give a fuck about school. I still got work to do. All right. I cannot ask chamomile to save me when I have not done my work. All right. And that be my thing. Don't ask ACV to do for you what you want to do. You want ACV to cut fat out and shit, and you won't cut the bullshit. That's what I'm saying. And that's why sometimes we get to talk about the baths and the herbs. You'll see me kind of zone out and shit. You'll see me kind of zone out. That's the only reason. I've just seen this happen so many of the times. Yeah, so many of the times it's the same thing as us being this, as often as you see the general population in love with the man instead of the movement. You know what I mean? It's the same. I need us to be momentum. I need us to be momentum. All right. The only way to be that is to move. The only way to be that is to move. Last thing, and then we're gonna get out of here. Menzies, and I'm still on page 88 now. Menzies, to bleed or not to bleed? Damn, I still ain't got the fucking paper from Brother Ferrante. Every time I ask him, he say, just call me, Queen, and then I forget to call him. I have got to call Brother Ferrante. Martina, will you please remind me to call Brother Ferrante between 2 and 2:30 my time? I don't know how to shaman a baby, but every time I forget something, your ass be on me. God damn. Shit. Consistent as fuck, too. Get on my nerves. Feel like you been to the doctor? Have you been? Nah, Queen, I'm on the way now. um, yeah. Yeah, so I feel that. I do recognize that my pores are little mouths. My pores are tiny mouths, and anything that I put on my body, essentially I am putting inside my body. All right. And I just want what's in my body to be the things that I was born of. It's that simple for me. You know what I mean? I grew myself from a thought to a baby. You know what I mean? I grew myself from a thought to a baby without the aid of oil and without the aid of chamomile. I say these things to say that if we believe that these things work or we believe that these things fix or heal, then we have to know that they are healing. They are actually healing, not preventative, but they're healing. So you need this to fix something. All right. If we work on keeping that thing fixed, we'll never need to rely on that remedy. All right. If we keep that thing in good standing or naturally put that thing in good standing, we don't need it. Like, yeah, it's dope to know what herbs to put in a steam so you can, get all of the shit out. But it's even more peace not to put the things in that require you to go get the steam to put the thing to get the shit out. Probably not easier, but better, wiser. Okay. Um, all right, cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Same. Put some herbs in my take. That's happened to me also. I done put so much shit in the tub that motherfucker the water won't go out. Listen, I done had hibiscus. As you know, I always talk about hibiscus. Tub stained like a motherfucker. Listen, like when I did a blood ritual in this bitch, tub just red as fuck. I can't get the guy that can't get the flowers and shit out and fucking lost the goddamn amethyst. I'm trying to tell you, it make more sense to me. Like the thing, yeah, you want to be a mud woman, you want to take all that, take them herbs to the lake outside, okay? Because that's what the mud woman clan did. They wasn't in no inside plumbing, fucking up the wires and shit for everybody to fuck else with their chamomile. Take your ass outside in a bucket. Also, the same way we talk about the frequency with which we eat meat. If we had to actually go out and hunt the meat, clean the meat, kill the meat, cook the meat, preserve the meat, we would eat it a lot less. So would we take a lot less sacred baths if it meant getting a big ass tin and filling that bitch up with lake water, then having motherfuckers pray over it, filter the bitch, and then add shit in. But because you got the convenience of having a medicine cabinet and you got the convenience of having indoor plumbing and shit, you just having a sacred bath every day. You just putting all that sacred oil and herb in the pussy. You going to just stop fucking around with the fuck around. I hope. I hope that's what you're going to do. Stop fucking around with the fuck around. Just make sure that the work on the inside matches the efforts on the outside. All right. For every two things you do outwardly to make you feel holy or sacred, do something on the inside. Every time you put up the altar or shit, a light of incense, a sage, so a bitch could smell it when they come through, sit your ass down and journal. Do something really. But sit your ass down and meditate. Do a beginner video on YouTube. Something. But you have to start somewhere though. All right, now, yeah, we'll probably talk about Menzies tomorrow. That way, I do have time to contact Brother Ferrante, because it's always been a debate anytime this comes up with whether or not a woman's cycle is natural. This is my position without the influence or aid of any other information. I look at myself and I look at nature. All right. I look at myself and I look at nature. And in nature, there are so many mammals. There are so many periods. All right. There are so many menstrual cycles. And still so while there are women that are ovulating and animals that are ovulating, not many of them are menstruating to a degree that they're bleeding out. All right. So all of these animals that have periods like me, and all these animals that have hair all over their bodies like me, and all of these animals that feed milk to their young like me, and they say we all mammals and shit. All right, I get that. I get that. So why am I bleeding out? Why am I bleeding out? Why does every other thing in nature that has a menstrual cycle, why can it free bleed? Okay. Why can it free bleed? And by free bleeding, I mean it don't need a pad, it don't need a panty liner, it don't need a diaper, it don't need to sit down, it ain't leaving blood all up the street like roadkill. You understand? Why am I bleeding out? I remember watching all the shit when I was little with the Africans and the poor people and shit, and they naked and shit. They don't seem to have on pads and panties and shit. Would they just put on a pad when the shit come? Or are they free bleeding then too? And it is so light. It is so light that it's peace. If in fact they told me that this was about getting toxins out, my period is the toxins out. So that means that the more toxins that are in, the more blood there will be, right? And the less toxins, the less. You know what I'm saying? When I practiced living and pushing toward optimal wellness, when I decided to fast from men, meat and sugar. All right. When I decided to fast from men, meat, and sugar. So I knew I needed to get off of sugar. Spirit had been saying it for the longest time. And when she told me to fast from meat, I thought she was talking about dick because that's meat to me. But I hadn't already got the vegan memo. So I understood exactly what she meant. Fast from all meat. So I got off hot dogs and dog hots. Real shit. I'm just telling you the truth. And in this, me eating no bread and me eating no sugar, you understand? And me engaging in no sex. All right. And yeah, no meat. I'm eating raw always, and I'm moving. I'm active every day, and I'm raw every day. My period, that has always been anywhere from 7 to 11 days, went down to no days. To no days. I'm not making this shit up. To no days, family. I would bleed when Say and I met. I would bleed. My period was 2 hours. He was like, "This shit is amazing as fuck. I ain't never seen no shit like this." I'm like, "Nigga, me neither. But you gonna get this pussy though." True shit. True shit. 2 hours of light spotting. I mean, when I pee, I pee and I wipe and I look and I just got to dig up in there a little bit. And it's like, okay, and then that's it. Um, now it wasn't on him and I did so many womb rituals. Like I was hell bent on having his son the minute we met, you know. Him and I do have a son together now, so it's peace. But I was hell bent on, remember, you ain't got to go having children when there's children out here that need to be had. Okay. Serving the capacity you've been led to serve. And if you feel like you're supposed to be a mother, then mother. Birthing and mothering ain't got shit to do with one another. You're supposed to be a father, then father. You understand what I'm saying? So we have a son together now, so it's peace. The thing is, we did so many womb rituals and shit. We prayed over this motherfucker, drip candle on that bitch. I mean, listen, listen. Anyway, so my period came on, and I thought, okay, this is good. The rituals are working. But it probably wasn't the rituals, let's be real. It probably wasn't the sacred bath. It was more than likely that I had started to eat sugar again and bread again. Not the meat, but the sugar and the bread and the cooking for him, the frying the mushrooms and shit, the fucking eggplant lasagna and shit. Uh, yeah, veggie subs and shit, veggie wraps. Bread came back into life, and so did my cycle. You understand? Bread came back into my life, sugar came back into my life, and so did my cycle. Here I am again. Here I am again, fasting from sugar, fasting from meat, fasting from meat, and eating raw and exercising for no less than 30 minutes a day, brisk movement. And guess what? My period that had done crept back the fuck up to 6 days or 5 days is back the fuck down to two. It's back the fuck down to two. And yeah, a heavy day and then a light day and then nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? And so I don't know what to make of that yet, but we're gonna have to look into that. We're gonna have to look into that. So it is personal, but you're not putting my business in the street. I remember at one point in time, that was a little bit of a concern in my relationship too. Um, I remember when I finally said something about it. We had both been thinking it, but neither of us wanted to say it. You know, I don't want to offend him, and he don't want to like accept fault. But both of us at the same time were wondering, and I think it was me that eventually said something. Bleed out. And I'm like, no, of course not. No, Shamana, no, but okay, really though. So yeah, it is though. It is worth it is worth some investigation. So I can't speak for everybody, but I can say that when my life is free of chemicals and attachments like the animals that I am most like in nature, my period or my menstruation, my ovulation is also more like theirs. Light and not a bother. Um yeah. And so there are some women I've heard say, because we're supposed to be doing this tomorrow, y'all. I've heard some women say, well, what about, what about if you want to get pregnant and you want to get pregnant? Yeah. So ovulating and menstruating are ovulation will help you with your pregnancy. Menstruation, not so much. All right. Don't associate the presence of a period as the only possible way to be pregnant. Okay, the absence or presence of a period being the only correlation to pregnancy, because it's not the case. All right, that is not the case. There are women who have not had a period at all ever in life and that have children. Okay. Um. All right. So we'll get through this. It's crazy as fuck too. It's crazy as fuck. I was so mean. Like I wasn't mean then, but that's what men would call me. They're like, damn, you mean, Shawty, you mean. I was mean because I was protecting my womb. I was protecting my womb. I wasn't trying to be offensive, but if you want to smoke cigarettes and you want to drink and you want to eat fucked up and you want to eat the surf and turf, then that's peace. But my womb may not respond well to that, you know? And it ain't no offense. My motherfucker like me saying I'm allergic, bitch. I'm allergic to the dick, nigga. What you want a bitch to die? I ain't ready to die for the dick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So before I did, I don't. And I'm like now I understand love and all that shit and I understand growth and I'm still the same way. I don't want to yeah, I don't want to share my body. I don't want to share my private space. I don't want to share my most intimate places with someone who isn't willing to make the health sacrifices for themselves or me. And that's just it. So no, I don't want cigarette dick, and I don't want hen and coke dick, and I don't want Burger King dick. Okay, and that's for me to say, and that's peace. Especially because I love and treat my body. Listen now, we gonna shaman the baby, shaman the baby. Toxic shock for real. My ex-husband used to ask if he could sleep in it. Like, what you mean sleep in it? Like you just we gonna smash. And that was another problem. We call it sex smashing. Now I know you're not gonna beat the pussy up. You ain't gonna smash it. You ain't gonna rock the socks off. Nothing. Like real shit. You ain't gonna knock none of these boots. Okay? Listen, we ain't rocking, knocking, and beating shit no more, nigga. The Too Short got y'all beat the pussy up till it bleeds. You think it's cute. No, nigga. No. Hell no. Yeah, that's what he's asking. You just lay in it. What you? I mean, yeah. Now it's exactly how I feel. You boy, you didn't give me toxic shock sitting up in there like sitting up in there like that. Why you got me fucked up? All right. We gotta go. We gotta go. But tomorrow we'll resume. Sacred Woman. We'll talk more about the period. I'll try to see if I can get that document so we'll have it, and then I'll cover that with you briefly. Damn, come on, Friday. Fuck with your girl today. All right. And then not only will we talk more about the period, since we covered that briefly today, but we'll also talk about the breast shortly. The breast. Okay. Breast health, breast facts and shit. All right. Okay. I love you. Mwah. Peace, family. I love you. I love you. I love you. So you didn't ask me. Oh, damn, that's cool. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, 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 okay. All right. I love you all. I really do. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you. Yeah, it's not me answering questions. I swear it's spirit. Because all the fuck I do is get up like, use me. All right. Peace, family. See y'all asses tomorrow. Same bat time. Same YouTube channel. Peace.